Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing Wild World on your Nintendo Wii U. Alright, so, this video, I'm dressed as someone wearing a surgeon mask, what the game calls a grandpa hat, and a baseball shirt, which I think is a brilliant combination. I forgot Bob was here, and I know a lot of people really, really like Bob, so forgive me for that, I guess. But Bob's not one of my favorite villagers. Besides, Margie's still here, so how important can Bob really be, honestly? I'm not sure how he expected me to respond to him getting new things he liked besides that's cool. I'm not sure how else anyone else would respond. But, okay, so I'm gonna be gone for the next 2 weeks, starting on July 24th, which is tomorrow. And, for the next 2 weeks, there's only going to be 3 uploads per week, instead of the usual 5 to 6 uploads per week. But after that, when I get back on, what day would that be? When I get back on Monday, August 5th, then things will continue as normal. So, you know, just for the next 2 weeks, there's going to be fewer uploads, and my sister Dizzy has helped with some of the uploads. So, you know, I'm doing okay with my emotional digging. Dr. Shrunk did doing a whole Lego LP about that. Doing a lot of Lego LPs about that. So, the next 2 weeks won't have any Lego, unfortunately, but they will have other interesting things. But then after that, things will continue as normal. The Digimon Masters LP is not dead, in case anyone is curious. It's just going very, very slowly. It's not dead. I love Digimon Masters too much to just give up on it. Like, someone even got me a Dracomon plush, because, you know, Digimon Masters is gonna die someday, and then I won't have access to Boiler anymore, my Dracomon, so somebody got me a Dracomon plush, which is a really sweet gesture. It's a really nice looking plush. It's a shame the way they packaged it. They folded his wing weird, so that way his wing's a little limp. But we all have our problems, even Dracomon. But yes, while I'm off for 2 weeks, heading to a very important person's house and to a convention, just 3 uploads per week instead of the usual 5 or 6. The uploads are going to be on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. You probably wouldn't even notice if I didn't tell you, but I'm going to tell you anyway, because you might wonder why the Lego videos stopped for 2 weeks. And why one of my sisters spontaneously started doing a completely different LP during the period at which the Lego videos stopped, so I think this was probably a good thing to bring up. I really can't decide how I feel about Animal Crossing. Like, on the one hand, obviously I absolutely love playing it, and I'm gonna keep playing it for the foreseeable future, and probably the unforeseeable future. But on the other hand, there's something just slightly depressing about how the scenery is the same every day. But that's probably why I take a few weeks break from it, instead of just playing it every single day of my life. I guess a few weeks break is more reasonable when you only get 1 day a week, but still. So that's like, what, 2 days without playing it? Anyway, I bet it's Pitfalls. I bet you have nothing but Pitfalls in the Lost and Found again. What a fucking surprise. Yeah, you better fucking be sorry. I don't come here to check for Pitfalls, I come here to check for cool shit. If I take away all the Pitfalls, will you finally stock some cool shit for me? Is that how this works? I mean, you could argue it's depressing that I see the same scenery every day in real life. Like, every Monday I wake up and it's like, oh, here's the same shit again, but I really don't care because I have the internet, and the scenery on the internet changes every day. Like, sure, the scenery in my actual surroundings does not change every day, but the scenery on the internet changes all the goddamn time. Lots of visual and emotional variety there. Sometimes people offline ask me, don't you ever get bored? Don't you ever feel cramped or suffocated? And I'm like, nope. No, I do not. And the reason is because I don't consider online interactions to be of any less value than offline interactions. I know not everyone can feel that way. It's not that everyone chooses to feel differently, but not everyone can feel that way. Some people just can't take online interactions at the same level of value. And I think that's kind of sad, but I can. So, I'm all good. That being said, there are some people I would like to meet in person just because we have yet to develop a way you can touch someone over the internet. And playing games with people is much easier in person than over the internet. But as far as conversation goes, I consider the internet just as valuable as real life. And I have dozens of new conversations every Monday, so I can't really complain. So I'm sorry for the upcoming 2-week LEGO drought, but hey, I'm gonna be playing LEGO while I'm gone, just on portable game systems, so, you know, it's only you that has to suffer, not me. And I'm sure this 2-week trip is going to leave me with a lot of things to talk about in terms of self-discovery, so there's also that. I'll see you guys soon. Enjoy the next 2 weeks. Hope nobody dies while I'm gone. Just gonna upload those videos and leave them to be scheduled for certain days and just kind of hope nobody dies or goes insane while I'm gone. Try not to die or go insane, thanks.